Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Deontay Hardy to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
Offense in the hurry-up here. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. Fourth down coming up. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Lamar now from the gun. Flush down out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, here's Lamar. Henry on the catch. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Henry. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 36. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. On 4th down, Hurts. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Ravens... good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Jackson. He'll get this to Henry. They're working a couple yards past the line. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. This is Henry on 2nd. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Jackson now on 3rd. That's taken in by Henry. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That one intended for Mark Andrews. And now they're left with 4th and short.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. He runs it up to midfield. Saquon Barkley. He could do it. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardy on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Baltimore running its offense out now. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got Andrews. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. To the left side, caught by Andrews. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Cooper to Jean with the stop. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Running in the red zone. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. Pass it down close.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Ravens break the tie here in the 1st. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. So the defense decides to decline the penalty. Now they'll try the extra point again. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First and 10 from the 41. They go to Barkley again. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Hurts now from the gun. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Working quickly here. Now Hurts on third and long. Has a man, it's Brown. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Steven Sims with the return. Return's looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hits him on the out route. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, Henry. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Josh Sweat making the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Hits his running back. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Working quickly here. Jackson's going to go on 4th. It's this one to Andrews. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense in the hurry-up here. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He's got it over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Got his target. It's Hill. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Justin Matabike making that stop. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Working quickly here. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Hurts now on fourth. Throw caught by his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. From the 45 on second down. On the move, headed right. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for an Eagles first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, a run with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Offense in the hurry up here. Barkley trying this up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On third down, it's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts. He's on the move. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on fourth down.
A 50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate. And that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Zach Bond with the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Here's 2nd and 5. Henry on the catch. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Working quickly here. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Darius Slay with the stop. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Zach Bond with the tackle. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So now here's 3rd and 5. Lamar now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They're coming off a fourth down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This finds Smith. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They're set up at the 35 now. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Nnamdi Madubuike making that stop. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So they're left facing 3rd and long. Hurts setting up to throw. Barkley's got it. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles making a one-score game before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Sims now on the return. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Ravens taking over now on offense. Minimal time remaining in the half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. He rolls to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another 2nd to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Able to get it to Barkley. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, Hurts. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they face 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Has a man. It's Brown. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. Chased out to his right. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Dealing with some time constraints, it seems. We'll bypass halftime and get right back to the action. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, Britton Covey. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this 3rd quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. First down throwing for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. And a man is there to knock that away. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Running is Barkley. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's the snap on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 11. He's got Smith. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Covey now to return this. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tapped. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Hits his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Hurts. Buying some time right. He's on the move. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
On the move, headed right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, it's Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Henry on the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Trying down the middle with Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry-up here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, here's Lamar. This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Darius Slay with the stop. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Trying for a touchdown here. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. Again, it's Jackson to the air. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. All right, Brock, your time with Seattle, and especially Indy, you were on the winning end of some blowouts. Is there any reason you'd have ever gone for 2 up this big?
Well, let's see. Mike Holmgren, Tony Dungy, my father. No, Kate, you would not ever do this because the football's got a funny way of coming back and humbling you. Maybe not in this game, but down the road, and I just don't like any part of.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Barkley. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Headed out right. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. And not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast. And they pick him up. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their fourth interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 16. Bails out of the pocket quick. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's going to reach his own 20 before stepping out. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On first down, Hurts. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on second down. This finds Smith. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And now they're staring at fourth and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he gets this forward to the 19. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 19. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that brings up third down. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Now Barkley. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Offense up to the line fast. Third down from the gun. Forced out to his right. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Hurts throwing again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens have it once again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Working quickly here. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's another carry for Barkley. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Offense in the hurry up here. On third down, it's Hurts. And they pick him off again.